Oh, man. They're going to hate that.
Missionary and go away. Mike Sensi.
What's up, buddy?
Did I tell you about what I caught EP doing?
You did not, but I can only guess.
Okay, so we're coming up to the studio.
Okay.
We're in our new transient studio.
Yes, very intern.
Yep. And so I see our executive producer, Mike Stedman.
Yes, that's it.
Sitting in his vehicle outside. And so I walk over there to say hello. As I approach the vehicle, I look at his phone, and he is looking at naughty pictures.
Ooh.
Of chubby ladies.
Oh.
Yes.
Why?
I mean, they need love too.
I get that, but why?
But to quote Mike Sensi, big girls need loving too. They just got to pay.
This is fact. It ain't cheap.
So using my ninja training, I approached the vehicle stealthily, which he was in the zone, so it wasn't very hard.
Right. But
And
he
then
was.
I pulled down my gym shorts and pressed my buttocks against the window.
And he just came immediately.
His eyes got the size of silver dollars.
Wow.
And he looked over and he had this big boyish smile on his face.
Mm.
And then he realized it was me and he was disappointed.
Ah.
I know. Like he thought that was his chance,
Yeah.
Like he just saw some big clappable cheeks in his windows.
Just enough peach fuzz in the crack for him to think maybe it's a dude, maybe it's a chick.
Yeah,
but who
he's like,
knows?
Kim K, is that you?
Yeah.
Nope. Just me and my glorious hams.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Welcome to the SmokePit.
Hey.
Hello, listeners. My name is Dan Sharp. I'm your host. My co-host, the impeccable Mike Sensi.
Impeccable. I like that word.
Yeah. So if you're like a superhero, it's like the amazing Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, what would yours be?
It would be it'd be the sleepy Mike Sensi.
The depressed Dan Sharp.
And the hungry Mike Stedman.
Super hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry for success.
Hungry for overweight women.
It just... I can't even follow that. Stole my joke. I concede, good sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that was right before we started recording.
Yeah. I wonder
Yeah,
it took you guys
yeah.
so long to get over here.
So I got a question for you.
Sure.
The Navy is transitioning from the blue camouflage to the green camouflage.
It is.
Affectionately known as the blueberries and the guacamole.
Very true.
So did you ever wear the blueberries?
Yeah, the only time I wore them was at boot camp and then at A school.
That hurts my fucking heart so much.
There's pictures.
Sex god Mike Sensi wearing those atrocious fucking camis.
Wait till you see it.
EP, can you take a time hack and put this picture in the video?
Ugh.
Make sure to check out our Instagram and YouTube channels for exclusive content like
what we're about to see if I can find it.
co-host Mike Sensi and blueberry camis.
Totally worth watching.
Yeah, now he wears the guacamoles.
I do.
Or frog gear, depending on if he's with the Marines.
True that.
Oh my God!
Look
You
at
look
that.
so innocent in that picture.
It's 19. Oh, I'm 20 in that picture, yeah.
You sent that to EP? Hands in your pocket, shit bag.
It was cold. I'm cold all the time.
Yeah, you were in Great Lakes, right?
Yeah. This was actually in South Carolina.
Oh, really?
Fort Jackson. That's where the RPA school used to be.
No
Relax
shit,
in
Fort
Jackson.
Jackson?
Yeah.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so it,
Wow.
in an infinite waste of money, the Army and the Navy, our two largest branches, decided to buy a bunch of worthless fucking camis.
That's what we do.
Yeah. And then the Marine Corps is just sitting there with our stolen camis from Canada because we straight up ripped off their digital design.
Yeah.
It's like the Marine Corps got the green and the tan, and the other branch is like, fuck, we need digital. And the Army's like, but the Marines already have green and tan. It was like, fuck, gray. And the Army is like, blue. And the Air Force is like, tiger stripes.
Rawr.
Throwing it way back.
Yeah.
I think tiger stripes are pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. As far as patterns concerned, I think Tiger Stripes is the best.
Yeah, and then only the cool guys wear tiger stripes and downrange with their tactical beards.
True that.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense, like if the tricolors that MARSOC and all them have are really better, then why don't we fucking use that? Why do we spend all this money to change over?
Because it has to distract people from scandals going on within the DoD.
I mean, if these guys really are the best of the best, like the Marine Corps is already an elite organization, and then MARSOC is the elite of the elite, and they wear tricolors. Why the fuck don't the rest of us wear tricolors?
I don't know, man.
I really think it's just an ego thing.
I agree. 1,000%.
We got to be cool.
Everybody's got to be different.
Yeah, we got to be fucking different.
Yeah.
And then I never got the fact that it's like, okay, we have green camouflage, but then our flak jacket, all our magazine pouches and all that stuff, just a hard coyote brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what fucking sense does that make?
Here's your light poop brown.
When it was 2005, I'm in Iraq, and my neck yoke isn't even the same color as my flak jacket. I have tricolor and coyote. And I look over at some fucking Pogue Army National Guard unit, and they're all in their ACU gravel bullshit. But even like their grenade pouches and their fucking magazine pouches were the gravel color.
Yeah.
Like they all match.
Yeah.
Granted, it stuck out like a sore thumb, but it all matched.
It looked horrible, but it matched.
Yeah, like they all had M4s and stuff, and they were like, oh, look at your Marines with your muskets and your M16s. We still have M16s.
Exactly.
Pogue National Guard was teasing us in 2005. We still have M16s.
They need the collapsible buttstock.
Yeah, this kid messaged me on my my Instagram, Pop Smoke Official.
Ooh,
sexy.
Nice.
And it was a picture of me from 2007. I was taking a knee behind some cover. Looked super cool, super tactical. I'm a little roll radio. I was like back when my knees still worked. LOL,
Yeah.
But the ladies know they work just fine.
Hey. Wait, what?
There's more than one sex position. I know you're lazy.
There's missionary, and then there's handholding, I guess.
Missionary and go away.
Missionary and mission complete.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, look at that musket you have.
Yeah.
I actually had iron sights in that deployment too.
Yeah.
My RCO broke, and being the Marines, we had to wait till the Army lost one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They decommissioned it.
Yeah, speaking of which, a good Army buddy of ours started a company called Combover.
He did.
So if you want to look tactical in your sexy tricolors,
as you should,
or your blueberry camis,
impossible.
Yeah, use Combover, pomade, beard oil, hair products, get you squared away.
Yeah.
Because you're allowed to have 3 inches of hair as long as it's not 2 inches above the mound of the head. So if you're a shitbag like my co-host and you just push the hair limits,
that's me.
You want to have some good hair product to help you get away with it.
I just got a haircut today. I'll have you know.
Where? Your pubes?
On my head.
I think you should have a fade.
No, fuck no.
No, everybody looks better with a fade.
I look fine with a fade. I just don't want a fade.
Oh,
if I don't have to have a fade, I'm not getting a fade.
Yeah. Wait till you go back to the green side.
Yeah.
Or wait till you go recruiting and you have to fade once a week.
That's true. I will.
Yeah.
I'll look good though.
I'll
be the only recruit with a fat stack.
Fucking jump wings.
Yeah.
Combat action ribbon. Tattoos.
Yeah. Join the Navy, you pussy.
Like the Marine recruiters over there with 3 ribbons.
Yeah, I always thought that'd be a funny sketch if I walked into a recruiting office hey, there's a new Navy recruiter, let's go pick on them. Marines come over and they're like, Fleet Marine Force, combat action, gold jump wings. Like, what's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up, boots?
Yeah, what's up, boots?
You fucking pogues.
It's weird you're not a parade dress, but whatever.
Lock your fucking body.
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you think that life will change drastically if you decide to go recruiting?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Well, what do you think will change?
I mean,
you're not EP, Mike, elaborate.
Yeah. Next question. No, I think obviously my whole career I've been operational, so I've been, deploying and pooping and scooting. I think just to do a shore bill would be a huge change for me personally. And I think recruiting would be a huge change because, I'm so deep into my NEC or MOS or whatever y'all call it. And my job to do something outside the norm of what I've been doing for the last 10 years. It'd be challenging, but it could be fun at the same time. Or it could be me just talking to a bunch of high schoolers and them being like, blah, 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 and me being very annoyed every day.
Yeah, I think that would be really fucking boring, man.
You think so?
Because they'd be like, fuck you, and spit on your Charlies.
Yeah.
Or your peanut butters.
Peanut butters, yeah.
God, why was all the Navy uniforms food themed?
Because we're very fat.
Blueberries, guacamole, peanut butter shot.
Whew. Yeah.
As you're familiar with.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I've never had a peanut butter shot.
You have one at boot camp, right?
Nope.
You never got one?
No.
Why's that?
I don't know. They hated me.
I feel like every recruit gets one.
No, I feel like I was probably outside getting sandpitted.
Right.
While the line was going through. And it was like chow hall. Like, they don't care if you eat or not. Like,
Yeah,
time allocated for this.
That's
and
true.
when you're done, you're done. Get out.
Hmm.
And so I was probably getting fucking hazed outside. And they're like, oh, no, he doesn't need smallpox. Or...
He looks invincible. Well, yeah, he's going 03, so he'll be dead within a year. So.
Oh, totally. Speaking of which, I got some unfortunate news for our listeners.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah. So when I first got out of the Marine Corps, I had 3 blood clots in my lungs. Pulmonary embolisms. Part of my lung died. That's what I blame on being fat. Not my poor diet and lack of exercise.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of hard to do cardio when part of your lungs dead, Michael.
What? That's not that hard. You just do half as much.
Burn half as many calories.
Exactly. Jesus.
Yeah, but then you'd have to eat half as much, and I ain't about that life.
I'm texting. I'm so sorry.
No, I'll continue my story.
Yeah.
And, so that really sucked. And so they put me on blood thinners.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out the blood thinners are really fucking up my kidneys.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, I found this out because, like, I put in a panel to get an STD test. Yeah, because you should do that occasionally, once or twice a year. We had a listener that you remember that message? He messaged us and he's like, "I got my first STD test in my life because you guys."
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he still has one more than me, so that's good.
And he said that he was dating a porn star, so he just assumed
I didn't know that part.
She got tested that he was good too, but then after they broke up, he was like, I might want to. But yeah, so once or twice a year, it's good to go get tested. Just to know your status. And I was just like, hey, do the full fucking panel. Like, I'm leaving the country here soon, so I just test everything because I'm not going to be back for a while.
Right.
And so my results popped up on My Healthy Vet. It's actually a website you can go to, veterans, and you can find your blood panel results and your testing. You can email your primary health provider, and they're like required by law to get back to you quicker than if you'd like called. Right. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty decent tool. And I was like, oh, look at these other panels. And so I pulled it up. I'm looking through the results. And one thing is just like, high. And I was like, oh, what's that? And it's ranged from 0 to 3. Whatever protein or whatever my kidneys are supposed to be filtering out. The range came back 0 to 3 is normal. Mine came back in 18.7.
Jesus Christ.
And so I sent them a message. I'm like, hey, like, am I dying? Like, WebMD says I'm already dead. Nani?
Yeah.
And
so, what'd they say?
They're like, oh, yeah, LOL. A doctor should be calling you at like 13:15 to discuss your results. I'm like, all right, cool. It's like 5 hours from now, but cool.
Yeah, work.
I'm just going to sit here and stress,
Of course.
Pound water.
Yeah, of course.
And then they didn't call.
Oof, they never do.
Yeah. So, listeners, if I pass away before this, it was foul play.
100%.
Blame EP Mike.
100% EP Mike, yeah.
Yeah, and do not let him use my death as like reason to get laid.
No, it still won't work. Yeah.
No, so if I die and you see a memorial to me on his story, don't buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he was the cause.
He killed me.
The authorities.
No, exactly.
This is my last will and testament.
That's right.
Investigate him thoroughly. Liquidate my assets and hire a private detective to frame him for my.
Yeah. Whew.
Wink.
We'll see. No, you can't die while we're still doing the show because number one, I get really bored, so don't fucking die.
Yeah.
Number two, then see if you die and the show's still on the rise, so the more popular we get, the more people are gonna miss you, and the larger number of people are gonna miss you. So I'm gonna have to make some weird like Daniel Sharp Memorial Fund. Where it's like, it benefits the monkeys in Africa or whatever, and I don't want to do. That's a lot of work, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's kind of like when the what was it? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air changed the mom out, Vivian.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
everybody was just cool with it.
Everybody was just fine, just accepted it. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, the thing is being inherently very suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was kind of like good news.
That's fair.
Yeah. And so it was kind of exciting at the prospect.
So there we go. Glass half full.
Yeah, so
half full of death.
If you found out that you had some sort of fucked up disease or whatever, and you only had X amount of time to live, what would you do? As he deep throats Pedialyte pop. I
love Pedialyte popsicles. For all you alcoholics out there, Pedialyte popsicles sponsor us. Well, let's see. How much time am I given?
All right, let's say 3 days and let's say a month. Both scenarios.
Oh, I had 3 days to live?
And then the next one is a month.
Okay. If I had 3 days to live, I would drive home to the greatest state of all time, Indiana. And I would literally just sit with my family for 3 days and then just die, and then make them move my stupid dead body out of my teenage room with all my ECW posters still hanging. But a month, I would 100% take all the money I had and all the money I stole upon hearing this news, and I would absolutely travel. I don't know where yet, but for sure hit as many countries as I could, and then come back and then die in my childhood bedroom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So I think if I had 3 days, the first thing I would do is probably go to like a very nice grocery store, like a Trader Joe's, get a nice fat, thick steak, and season it with Grill Your Ass Off seasoning. Use our discount code SmokePit on GrillYourAssOff.com. And then after that, I would probably fight both of you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, for ratings.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone wants to see that.
Yeah, and so it's like if I win, then it's like, hey, I win. But then if I lose, like you guys beat up a dying man.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah, real cool EP. And yeah, so you lose either way.
Wow.
Yeah. So with that, and now that we've accounted for 2 hours,
yeah.
what am I gonna do with the rest of the time?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I do like your idea of traveling for the month.
Yeah.
I think I would probably go get lost somewhere, like
Right.
a dog that goes off to die quietly.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to like bother its masters. As like a cat will just literally shit on your bed.
Yeah, it'll die making eye contact with you.
Like not even dying, it'll just shit in your bed because it's a cat.
Right. Exactly.
It's like-
It doesn't die.
That's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
with a
Exactly.
cat.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Meowth. It's the only acceptable name for a cat, by the way.
Yeah. Fun fact: the gal that voices Ash Ketchum for Pokemon and has for a while has a rescue named Pikachu.
What is the rescue?
I think it's a cat.
Ugh, yuck.
But still, like,
I mean, that's super adorable, but also a huge missed opportunity for Meowth.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But like Ash has Pikachu,
I know. I get it. I don't approve of it.
Do you think Jesse and fucking James were fucking getting it on?
100%. And then also, not only were they getting it on, but they're definitely related.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Watch all those episodes where they're very prominent. You know they're related because of their weird energy towards each other, and you know they're fucking because they're even weirder energy toward each other.
But he's got like the rose and all the feminine demeanor. So you think he's bi or just like a feminine?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's the bottom in that for sure.
Oh, she's like pegging him?
100%.
For those of you don't know what pegging is, visit StrikeforceEnergy.com.
Oh man, they're gonna hate that.
Buy their product.
Yeah.
Get all hyped up on it. And let your girl peg you.
Go peg someone.
Use our discount code SmokePit.
Yep.
We forgot to use the discount code for Combat Combover.
It's Creampie, by the way.
Yes. Type that in. It's a real code. You will really save money on your hair products.
Boom. Done.
But yeah, so I fuck man, I don't even know what I would do. I think it was a short-term thing. I think there would be a couple people that I would want to tell off.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Like maybe face-to-face or not, so I wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
Like just be so fucking angry.
Yeah.
Like this piece of shit's gonna outlive me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You think if you were given like, okay, you have like what 2 to 3 day window, like you're definitely gonna die, would you kill somebody on your way out?
Wow, that's a good question.
I know.
I'm gonna be like you and just act like I'm completely unable to answer this for 2 or 3 minutes and just really stall.
That's No, I get it.
Make a lot of noise with something.
As you should, because we have listeners and everyone's watching us on YouTube. So
honestly, and I know it's cliche as this is gonna sound, but I've had enough violence in my life.
There it is.
I don't know. It would have to be something pretty fucking righteous of a cause, for it. Like fucking Morpheus himself,
right,
would have to show up and be like, "This dude touches little kids."
Yeah.
And then shows me a picture of EP.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say this needs to be.
I'm like, that's my boy. I can't kill him.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, what about this? And just holds up a picture of EP. I'm like, that's the same man.
He's like, shit's wild in the streets.
Then he holds a picture of Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, you really just showed me the same picture of the man 3 times.
Exactly. Yeah.
All handsome men.
Yeah. All perfect looking men.
Yeah. EP actually got a shout out from Decelerate Your Life.
Did.
Like a call to action for girls to fuck him.
Yeah, I've never got a shout out from Decelerate.
And a really good looking girl responded to it.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a SmokePit exclusive?
It is. I don't think I've even told you.
I was just about to say, I'm doing this because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so here, I don't want to call her out because, maybe she's just kind of trying to, like, low-key clap.
All right, let's see.
But I'm going to show Mike.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
She's actually attractive. I thought this was a joke. Yeah, look
like,
at that.
She's got abs.
Shredded.
Like, she got big old thighs.
Woo.
She's cute in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got tats.
Tats everywhere.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she's stationed in Fort Bragg.
Okay.
So
Oh,
she's an Army
shit.
gal,
So this is like a legit offer.
Yeah. Sorry, let me pull this up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a screenshot from her to Decelerate Your Life.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, she's like, I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you know him? And she was like, nope, but I'm recently divorced, so cowabunga.
See, this is real, EP. I don't know if you're listening.
Real.
This is 100%
take
real.
Notes.
Yeah, and she's
Right.
actually super cute.
She's super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm spoken for.
Yeah, as am I. So.
Another SmokePit exclusive. You guys are hearing for the very first time.
It's not. Everybody knows this.
No, not everybody knows. It's a secret. And I'm announcing it for the first time.
What do you got?
That you and I got cuffed.
To each other.
Yeah. But it's the end of summer, so obviously it's cuffing season, so
tis the season, yeah.
For all of you that wish that you had the opportunity to get cream pie
Oh,
or
God.
to silently weep into a burrito
Sure.
while watching Netflix at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Both of those are, highlights of your relationship.
My favorite memories for sure.
Ordering DoorDash and watching The Office.
That's what's up.
Honestly, is there really much more to life than that?
Honestly, no.
All right, so take this into consideration. You're going to die. You got 3 days.
Yeah.
Fuck the family.
Okay.
Get your gal.
Yep.
And watch The Office.
100. Oh, yeah.
And eat all the food you want because you're not going to get fat.
Yeah.
Because you're going to die.
Because you're going to die, yeah.
Yeah. What about that?
I would do that, except I wouldn't do The Office because it's too long. It'd probably be longer than 3 days, and I'd want to finish it. I'd probably do like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not as many episodes, but still insanely bingeable.
I highly recommend Happy Endings. A very underrated comedy on Hulu. It's got the guy who played Major Payne, Damon Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Damon Wayans Jr. in it.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, and he's a coach in New Girl. It makes some very fucking memorable episodes.
Yeah.
Like it's a very underrated show.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it.
I think Community is very underrated
Community
as well.
is underrated because I feel like it was so for it being a network show.
Yeah.
It was under the radar at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Community is fantastic.
And because like the thing is not a whole lot of the actors from that show went on to do like a bunch of other things.
Yeah, you'll never find any of those guys again.
No, Allison Brie went on to do Glow.
Yeah, they're all super famous now. Yeah.
And then I think it's Jillian Jacobs.
Yeah.
The other super hot chick, she's had a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously
Kim Jong.
Yeah. He was Chang from Chang on the show, and he was the crazy Asian dude in The Hangover.
Yep.
But I think that was before Community. Because The Hangover came out a long time.
Hey,
EP, can you find out when The Hangover came out?
It may have.
Because Community ended within the last few years because they canceled it on network show. Then Yahoo fucking picked it up for a final season.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot about that.
Fucking Yahoo.
Well, yeah, I mean, because then
can we get a second season of Firefly? Fuck.
Then obviously Donald Glover, very famous.
Oh yeah. Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably, but see, he didn't stick through the whole show.
No, he didn't.
Like he left at like season 4, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously he went on.
2009.
2009 is when The Hangover came out. The first one.
Yeah.
Can you see when Community started? And so I, just get your gal and just fuck, binge watch comedies and eat food.
Would you be doing any drugs, seeing as you're on your way out?
I don't know. I've never done anything harder than weed.
Right.
And Xanax.
Right.
And Slap Crank.
Right.
And Juicy J's.
Mm-hmm.
And Electric Boogaloo.
Right.
And Jumping Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm incriminating myself at this point.
It's statute limitations.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's up, EP?
2009.
Wow.
2009.
Breakout year for this man. Good for him.
Yeah.
Happy for him.
His stand-up's not very good though.
Is it?
No, it's him name dropping. That's all it is.
I mean, that's all I do.
Yeah. Well,
I just walk around and be like, hey, do you know I'm friends with Mike Sensi?
Right. Well, as you should. But also Netflix didn't give you, a 45-minute stand-up special. So.
Well, if they knew I was friends with Mike Sensi, they would.
As they should.
No, there's been some great stand-up on Netflix recently.
Agreed.
Do you have any recommendations for our listeners?
I mean, as of recently, everybody knows Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. Their new specials were just fantastic.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the epilogue of Dave Chappelle. I actually like that better than the stand-up. Stand-up was great.
Yeah.
But see, I like those personable stories where
Yeah.
he's like, let me tell you about this cool moment I had with Barack Obama.
Yeah, yeah.
And, love him or hate him, like, at the end of the day, like, he was a very prominent figure.
Yeah, for sure.
And he fucking bombed the fuck out of, like, 7 countries.
Yeah.
So if you're a warmonger like myself, like, you have to respect that. Like, how do you bomb 7 different countries at a time?
Yeah, yeah. You gotta
like
love
a
drones.
boss.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. With one flick of the switch.
Just one nod.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there's an interesting quote. I think it was by Robin Williams, who also has fantastic stand-up.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
He said something loosely, and I'm paraphrasing, that if the requirement for nuclear war was that the president had to kill a man, that would be very different. Because it's easy enough for the president to say yes, and then for all the orders to go down the chain of command, and then some fucking PFC with a TS clearance turns a key.
Right.
His fucking butt buddy turns a key next to him. Some colonel says, God forgive me, and presses the button.
Yeah, and ashes a cigar on the console.
On the PFC.
Yeah, on the PFC.
But yeah, it's just like if the president had to kill a man with his bare hands, rip out his heart to find the button behind it, that it would be a much bigger deterrent.
Agreed, yeah. Agreed.
But then again, hey, EP, what president was it? FDR was World War II?
FDR and Truman.
Truman? Which one dropped the bomb?
Truman.
And was he a veteran? Can you look that up? Because we've had a lot of presidents that were veterans. Well,
not as many as we should, but I digress.
Yeah, well, because only fucking officers have ever become president. They don't want the enlisted swine.
No, definitely not.
No, and a lot of them were Army, and then the next half were Navy, and I don't think we've had any Marine presidents because, let's face it, there's too many fucking dead hookers.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
In any Marine officer's closet.
It's very true.
Things they have to desperately hide when they give their safety brief.
Yeah, walk around the Oval Office just like, this place is filthy, just white gloving everything. It's like, Mr. President, please sit down.
What's up, EP?
He was a captain in World War One.
A captain in World War One. Okay, so there is a chance that Truman may have actually killed people. Does they say what he was? A naval captain or an army captain? Big difference if you don't know.
Huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot who it was, but somebody was telling me a story that it was like they were like a first lieutenant, and they're like, yeah, go link up with Captain so-and-so. So he goes, and he's like, hey, his whatever, last name here. Because it's very informal, especially in the Navy. Like,
yeah, it is.
03 and below, they even address each other as Mr.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'd be like, if I was an 03, it'd be like Mr. Sharp.
Yep.
Instead of lieutenant, junior grade, or lieutenant, And so he's like, yeah, is Smith here or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And like it looks over, it's a full bird because it was a naval captain.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, well, I am captain so-and-so.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
No.
He's just, thought he was an army captain.
Yeah.
He was Army.
He was? Okay, what did he do?
He was in artillery. Graduated United States Military Academy.
All right, that's enough.
West Point grad.
Yeah, but so he was artillery, so the chances of him actually bayoneting somebody.
That's true, yeah.
But, he probably still know what it's like to take a man's life.
For sure.
So, I mean, I wonder how heavily that decision weighed upon him. Because Germany surrendered, and then Japan was just like, fuck you.
Yeah, full send.
Yeah, and we were going to have to, spend another fucking million Marines and soldiers and sailors and Coast Guard men. Because we didn't have the Air Force yet. It was the Army Air Corps, if you didn't know. Pet peeve of VP Mike, because there's a difference between the Army Air Corps song and the Air Force hymn, which sound the same because they have the same melody, but they're actually different songs.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah, it's like when you cry after making love to a woman, and then you cry after making love to yourself.
Exactly. Both very, very
similar,
very
but
similar,
different soundtracks.
But different, yeah.
The trained ear can decipher.
It's very true.
Sommelier, but for depression. Yeah, so if Robin Williams said, if you had to cut a man's heart out to press the button, it would be a lot different. And I feel that's true.
I fucks with it.
Do you think that every president should be, required to kill someone?
I feel like, no. I feel like they should be required to have a bare-knuckle fist fight, though.
Okay, but current president, Reagan, these were old guys,
Right, no, I get it. Bare-knuckle fist fight.
Do they have to fight somebody of their same age?
Yes.
Or do they have to fight you?
No, it has to be, yeah, this is just a way for me to get involved. It could be me. I love my country. But no,
so yeah, strong.
Someone similar size and build and preferably age.
UFC style, same weight class.
Yes, 100%. As fair as possible, but it just shows that they are legitimately a fighting person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, the idea that, that we kind of have a tribe mentality sometimes.
Yes.
And as much as General Mattis would like us to stay away from that, the fact of the matter is we are a war culture.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in armed conflict for like 95% of the time we've been a country.
It's very true.
And so it's just the way that we are. We have citizens are more likely to fucking murder each other than you are to be murdered by I don't know, a tiger shark or
right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Something scary.
Yeah.
Like I don't carry a gun because I'm scared of the government. I carry a gun because I'm scared of the crackhead at 7-Eleven.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
His name's Tiger Shark.
Tiger shark don't play no shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so I could get that. Sometimes a steady hand and a cool nerve is what you need, but then sometimes you need a motherfucker that don't play around.
Absolutely.
I am sick and tired of our national debt doubling or term after term after term.
Yeah.
9/11 happened, our national debt doubled, and then we got a new president, national debt doubled again, and now we're on track for it to double again. And it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, you expect me to pay this shit?
Yeah. Who's paying these bills? Not
Who's
me.
paying these bills?
Yeah.
Like, not me.
I didn't ask for this.
Baby boomers?
Yeah. Exactly.
Your house costs a nickel, all right?
Yeah, exactly. We get it.
EP Mike's over here starving to death. Gotta get 6 jobs.
Exactly. Withering away over here.
No, I do think that they should be required to kill someone.
Okay, well.
And
See, but I feel like to take another person's life is like, and we've touched on it a million times, but it's a very intimate and very powerful thing. I feel it may be, for lack of a term, overkill, because it may not be a wartime president, but it should be a fighting president. So maybe, again, not take a life, but fist fight, shirtless, in a cage, for sure.
like Putin style?
Putin style, yes.
So hear me out, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a death row inmate, right?
Okay.
And they're hooked up to the lethal injection. And they've got a button right here that if they press it, it's the lethal injection. If they got a button right here, that gives them a presidential pardon. The best game of Deal or No Deal.
Yes. I like it.
No deal.
Yeah. I like it.
Be like, Mr. President, do you think he can be reformed? And
Yeah.
he's like, I'll be a better person, I swear. Like, let's suck your dick.
Yeah. He's like, can he fight?
No deal.
Yeah.
And they go on to the next death row inmate.
Oof.
Like a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
This is primetime television.
This is good. Yeah. This is all good ideas.
Yeah, so networks, pick this up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to pay me royalties.
No, I just want to know my vision's out there.
Yeah, all you have to do is just let me fight someone of my choosing
Yes.
from the audience.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
See that movie, Kung Fu Hustle?
Of course. Yeah.
When the dude, underrated movie.
Yeah,
the
agreed.
dude was like trying to prove himself tough, but he was really like he was a fucking a sham.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a fraud.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll fight you. And like the dude stands up and he's like turbo joke.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, not you. Like, get out of the way. And he points to the other guy. He stands up. He's like 8 feet tall. He's like, damn it. That's what it'd be like.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'd be like, I'll fight you. And it's like Ken Shamrock. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
yeah.
no, behind you, Tim Kennedy. Fuck. Behind him, the ghost of Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
Shit.
How's this even possible? He's just like petting an alligator. God damn it, Florida.
The greatest state in the country.
Oh my god. You know what's, speaking of fighting movies, you know a series I could binge watch over and over?
What's that?
The Ip Man series.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know if it's Ip Man or IP Man, but they're so fucking good.
Yeah, IP Man, It Man, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking
Oh
about.
man. There's sometimes when I'm super hungover, so like every day, I'll just like, I'll put one of those on. They're like, well, I have to watch all three.
Every day.
That's
Like
right.
sitting on the bench. We don't really play. I didn't have an N-word pass. So.
Yeah, that's me either. I
so
definitely
I had to
don't.
skip that.
I'm pale as a ghost.
You see how we both did the hard pause?
We did.
We know our roles.
Exactly.
What's
yeah,
up?
We respect you.
Yeah, so okay. I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, the first one was so good. But I hate to be that guy. It's like nothing can beat the original, because sometimes the second movies are better.
Men in Black 2.
No.
My Second Divorce.
No. Well, yeah. No, but this first and second one. Third one's really good too, but first and second are really good.
I distinctly remember the first one was about the Japanese occupation in China.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar with this, Japan committed all the war crimes.
Right.
Some, if not most, if not all, the war crimes.
Yeah.
in China, like they would like, and especially if you read like Flags of Our Fathers and shit, like they'd cut open like pregnant women, like bet on the sex of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
If like a Marine had like an EGA tattooed on his arm, like they'd be all like fucking starved and emaciated.
Mm-hmm.
They'd cut the arm off and put the tattoo armed in his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
like just really fucked up. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about the nuclear bombs at all.
Yeah.
Like I know that's kind of a fucked up thing to say, but poke the bear, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you don't start no shit, there won't be no shit.
It's very true.
And and honestly, like fucking the fact that like Japan had such big fucking balls, they defeated Russia.
Yeah.
Before that, which was the first time that a Asiatic country had ever beaten a European country in an open conflict, and they lost confidence in the Tsar Nikolai. And that's where the Winter Palace and Rasputin and Anastasia and all that shit happened.
Right.
And that's where I think it was Lenin came to power.
I don't know.
EP, can you look that up? And I think it was Lenin, and you know, like you had the Marx movement and all that stuff, and Lenin came to power, and he's just like, hey, look, whatever you do, don't let Stalin take over. All right, this guy's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Like good initiative, bad judgment.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't let Stalin take over.
Yeah, very volatile man.
And then he died, and
Yeah.
then Stalin took over.
Shit.
And then, like, I don't know if this is just a fucking Reddit conspiracy, but apparently he was such a fucking asshole. You know, you got these fucking punk kids out there that they expect, like, affirmation and good jobs and trophies all the time. Like, no, do your job, right?
Right.
And so Stalin's son felt like he was such a disappointed that he tried to kill himself, but he survived. And Stalin was just like, can't even kill yourself, right?
Yeah. Whew. Savagery.
So Lenin took over, and then Stalin came after him. So the fact that Japan had such big balls, they're the fucking reason for communism in the world. So you have the theory of first, second order, and third order effects, right?
Mm.
So like guy breaks a girl's heart, and then she becomes a piece of shit, breaks a guy's heart, and then that like 10 fucking fucks down the road, some innocent person gets their heart broken because it originated over here. You know, just like the theory of Reaganomics, that you can never truly measure a president's economic policies until a term or two after they're gone, because that's when shit really starts to change.
Is that the same as the theory of thugonomics from Dr. John Cena?
Almost identical.
Okay.
Almost as if he plagiarized it. But I can't see him to sue him.
Woo!
So,
I love it.
and speaking of which, he just pledged to donate $1 million to FitOps.
Yeah, he did on Helen.
Yeah, so check that out. Yeah, another great example of you know, celebrity supporting military.
As they should.
Yeah, so fucking Japan is responsible for communism.
John Cena's goddamn hero.
John Cena is the only one who could have defeated Vietnam.
Yeah, 100%.
Now that's something that pisses me off.
What's that?
The fact that people say that we lost Vietnam.
It really does bug you, because I feel like you bring this up a lot, even though it's not warranted at all. It's almost like you're a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
So one, it was never a war.
Mm.
Two, the casualties on the enemy side were staggering compared to ours.
Right.
The Tet Offensive was a disaster for them. The U.S. Never lost a major battle in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us fucking tons of dope movies and books and video games and stuff like that.
Very true.
And then it got to the point where all the fucking hippies and politicians were, you know, up in arms and shit. And realistically, it's like, we did all we could. You know, at the end of the day, it's the same problem with Iraq and Afghanistan right now, is the indigenous people have to be able to stand up for themselves. If you know, South Korea, Afghanistan, Iraq, whatever the case is, they don't have the means to resist, it's not always the responsibility of 18-year-old American men to go die for someone else's country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the MCDP 1 warfighting says war must serve policy. And so they say, oh, you're dying for your country. But no, you're dying for your country's interests. Because, you know, it's like a game of chess all across the world. Oh, well, we need to ally with this person so we can get this, so we can leverage that, so we can tariff this, so we can export that, so we can trade ban this, you know. And so you're not necessarily dying for your country. I mean, you can romanticize it by saying, oh, well, we're trying to stop tyranny and oppression from scaling and, you know, distributing and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just like, fuck, man, we can't be the world's police force.
Yeah.
We spend more than the next 20 countries combined on our national defense and our military, of which like 17 are allies.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And so the American taxpayer has spent the last 200 years footing the fucking bill for us to be the global police. Meanwhile, we're fucking terrible in education. Our fucking VA system is crumbling. Our fucking infrastructure is fucking crumbling. Flint still doesn't have clean water. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
You know?
Well, yeah. No, you made all good points there, but I mean, it's just, it seems like it's never ending, so I just choose not to think about it.
But at the same time, I like stacking bodies.
Yeah, right. Well, that's true. Yeah. Who doesn't like a nice shiny ribbon?
Yeah, Napoleon said you'd be like something in the effect of like you'd be shocked to see how brave a man will be for a piece of colored fabric.
Colored cloth, yep.
Yeah, colored cloth.
Yep.
And pin a little medal upon a man's chest in front of all his peers, and they want to be like him. They want to be revered and inspired and all that. And then they'll fight harder for you.
That's very true.
As where the Marine Corps went in the opposite direction, and they said no promotions, no awards.
Yeah.
You fight because you're a Marine.
That adds up. That math adds up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Marines on Iwo Jima didn't die so you could be a little bitch. You good, buddy?
Fair. Yeah, I'm good. How long has this been going? Super.
43 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm good. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, speaking of people dying and being injured,
Yeah.
Warfighter Scuba. If you manage to survive your injuries, you head down on to warfighterscuba.org and maybe do a little scuba diving.
I like it.
Yeah, they help combat wounded vets with amputations, shrapnel, bullet shot wounds, PTSDs, plural, not singular. If you only have one PTS, nope, you can't go. But if you have the PTSDs, then you can go.
Fair.
Yeah, check them out. Donate if you're not injured, or if you only have one PTSD, then donate.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to cover or wrap up?
I'm good. I want another Pedialyte pop. So that's all I'm thinking about.
Oh, I fucking love that so much. I was like, anything else you want to wrap up? You're like, I'm good. You're so conditioned to that. Like, it's amazing. But you're in a committed relationship right now, so yeah. So you don't ever have to wrap it up again.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of a team decision, I guess, but.
You know what? You're very right.
Yeah, exactly.
There are two parties involved.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it is, like you said, a team decision.
That's right.
I just don't see why, though.
Go team.
No, like if she's in a position where getting pregnant would be soups inconvenient, then I could see that.
Right.
You want to be considerate.
Well, that's when you pull out, so.
Because like as a man,
right.
I'm not the one who's carrying the child to term. Like I'm just like a bee. I can go pollinate. I'm not the flower who has to bear the fruit.
Whew.
All right, so we're getting a little punch drunk.
Yeah. I'm getting tired. It's super hot in here.
Fuck, man, we might even cut this last bit. That was unnecessary.
That was a lot. Yeah, maybe we'll see. See how I'm feeling.
Bye.
Bye.